because they were hitting me up telling me that my car was overpriced. They wouldn't remove the advisory for the surface corrosion on the subframe. Typical, just I'm about to call the customer and let them know that the Kuga is all ready for pickup and the time frame you wanted, because I got a wriggle on and got it done. It's popped an airbag light. To the people that think I drive a Range Rover for show, this is why you like having a Range Rover in North Devon, when you get a diversion and you have to go down roads like this. So that's the cash guy back from MOT and sold immediately. Chap's been messaging me, came and saw it last night, he's put the deposit down on it, it's all ready to go. He was saying, have the advisories been done? So I thought the easiest thing to do, send him a copy of the invoice from Moores. £726 I spent on this, and it wasn't actually even a bad car. You can see we've got brand new discs and pads on the back. We've got brand new tyres, both sides on the back. So discs and pads on the back, tyres on the back. I think we did, have we done front discs as well? I think we have done front discs as well, look. Yeah, they've done front discs as well. I didn't actually look at the invoice in that much detail. So I need a lot of brakes on it, Gordon Bennett. We had the subframe wire brushed down and undercoated. I got the oil and filter service done on it. I said, I don't muck around. I send these cars down with an open checkbook, which perhaps I shouldn't be based on how much has been spent there. I put them down with an open checkbook, do whatever's needed to do, go advisory free. Interestingly though, they wouldn't remove the advisory for the surface corrosion on the subframe, even though they wire brushed it down and painted it, because apparently, because they know it's there, or was there, they leave it on, because apparently they're responsible for up to 3 months now on rust advisories or something like that. Or for whatever reason, the MOT tester didn't want to remove the advisory after they'd undercoated. They did say, do you want, we can order you up a subframe, I think it was for 200 quid or something. I said, but I've already spent 100 and whatever quid having it undersealed, so it seems a bit pointless. So I just said to the chap, I said to him, I said, the only advisory left is for surface corrosion on the underbody, but we have had it wire brushed down and coated, which is the honesty, you know, is honest, and he seemed cool with that. I said, it's still on there, but it has been done. So yeah, he's so that's another one gone, and one of the last ones with MOT on it. The last one I think I've got is I've only got 2 cars left now, the Mocha and the X-Trail, all ready to go out the door. So we need to start really cracking through this stock here. Focus. We need to really start cracking through this stock here and get some of it MOT ready. And I've got some new cars to show you as well, actually, haven't I, that have come in. So first things up, I'm going to get now that we have had Malcolm do the bit of paint on the Freelander I got in. So I don't know if I've covered having this Freelander in or not yet. But anyway, this Freelander came in, had scuffs on the corners of the boots. It's filthy again because I took it for a drive. Drives really nicely, this Freelander. I've driven a lot of Freelanders. This one drives really nicely. So we'll pop this down for an MOT. Then when it comes back, we'll get a bit of a machine polish valet done on it. I think it needs, yeah, could do with a good machine polish, and then get this one for sale. Wouldn't have thought I'd have too much problem with that. Then on to the Dacia. The Vitara, now it's painted, needs to be sorted. The Suzuki, the 500, the Peugeot Partner, no, it's not, it's a TP, isn't it? We've got the pickup truck. Again, I don't know if I've covered any of these cars yet. We've got the little Jazz to come back. That's had its undercoating done. I got at the auction, so we can get that up for sale. And we have, what else have we got down there being done? We've got the Saab 900 Turbo to come back. That's someone provisionally wants that already. When we got the Honda Civic Estate down, having the glow plug done, and its new MOT. So it'll just be a lot of cleaning for me. And as soon as I come back from dropping the Freelander off for MOT and picking up the Jazz, then I've actually had a appointment for the Nissan X-Trail come through, which is going to happen 3 o'clock this afternoon. I've got one for the Mocha as well, so it could be by end of play today we are completely out of cars, which means I really do need to get a wiggle on. Well, we didn't hit the hat trick. The Mocha has sold, so the deposit's all put down. That's ready for pickup tomorrow, along with the Qashqai. So we've done the Qashqai and the Mocha today, but the X-Trail didn't sell, which is interesting because the X-Trail is the only firm appointment I'd booked specifically for today. The rest came in during the day, and I told the person that came to see the X-Trail it was my birthday today, and I wasn't actually planning on being in, but if they wanted to come over and could get here by 3:30, that would give me time to get home by 5 and have dinner with the family as per promised. So they came along at 3:30 to see the car. They've just left now at 4:45. But they didn't buy the car. They'd gone off to think about it because they were hitting me up telling me that my car was overpriced and they could get them for £9,000. And I said, well, it's funny because Auto Trader says that my car is low price because it's £500 under Auto Trader recommended. So while they're looking at the car, I hopped on. I did a search for dealers selling a 2016 X-Trail automatic with between 75 and 80,000 miles. Mine's got 74,000 miles on it. And they all came back at between 11 and 11.5 grand or more. There was one in the country lower priced than mine by about £500, and it was in Birmingham and didn't have any fresh MOT on it or anything like that. So the rest, every other car in the country was more money than mine for the mileage and for the spec. So I came back and corrected them on that. And that's the trouble you have sometimes. People do a quick scan looking at, say, for example, X-Trails, and they don't do their filter based on the exact year, the exact mileage and the spec, and then come back and tell you your car's overpriced versus others, when in fact what they've probably done is seen a 2014, a 2015 with a more basic spec, might even have been manual, not automatic. I said I'm always lower than Auto Trader. That's why I pride myself on. That's why my cars sell quickly. But they weren't even really sure it was an X-Trail they wanted, so they knew it was a day that I was coming in special. And they weren't even really that committed to buying the car. I might be wrong. I might get a message later on saying they'll have it, but my gut feeling is that it isn't going to happen. So it would have been nice to get a hat trick. The one that I thought was the most secure of the sales was the one that turned out to be the least secure, and the other two were just kind of off the cuff. Can we pop out today? Have sold. So there you go. That's the way it is. Anyhow, even with that gone, we've only got that one actually left for sale now. So we've got to get some other stock prepped. But I've got to get home as promised. Oh, I do have to share one other thing, which I forgot to mention, which I thought was classic, was that when I said that my car was low price on Auto Trader, they said, oh, well, every dealer prices their car low on Auto Trader, which I thought was very funny, because obviously if every car dealer priced their car low on Auto Trader against Auto Trader's valuation, all the valuations of the car would go down, so then your car would become fair price, normal price. And obviously, again, when I did the search, they were all coming up good price or fair price or high price. They weren't all coming up as low price. I guess the thing is, I have no problem with people trying to haggle. I have no problem with people asking me questions about their car. But when people try and tell me my business, that's the only thing that does get under my skin a little bit. To tell me I'm overpriced and that, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm pricing the cars when that's what I do day in, day out. And I'm selling cars day in, day out, to tell me that I'm not right with my pricing. I mean, why would you even come and see the car in the first place if you thought it was overpriced? Having done the wet clean on the inside of the Ford Kuga now, all the stuff is out drying. The only way to get rid of dog smell really is get everything out and properly clean it. Everything inside is being wet cleaned. It's running because I've got the heaters on full blast inside to dry it all out, but the seats all came out fantastic. They look really, really good. So I'll leave it running while I go around. I still want to treat the plastics inside. I'm going to do the outside. So it's had a machine polish. See, nice and reflective. It's had a full machine polish. I mixed a few paints to give myself a bit of a touch in for the front bumper. The touch in all the bits there. Just mixed a couple of greys I had in for that. So now I've got to treat the plastics. I've done the tyre shine. Every video I do the plastics, people say, what does it use for the plastics again? It's this stuff, Awatrol Colour Restorer. I'm going to put a link in the video description down below with a discount. I think there's a discount code for it as well. So this is what the plastics look like at the moment on the side trims. They're not bad, they're just a bit dull, but we're going to get the outro on and I'll show you afterwards. It goes a long way, this stuff. You just wipe it on with a cloth. Super, super easy to use. Typical, just I'm about to call the customer and let them know that the Kuga is all ready for pickup and the time frame you wanted, because I got a wriggle on and got it done. It's popped an airbag light due to presumably moving the seat around. So we need to reset the airbag. We've got the top on here on the go. So hopefully we can do it with this without having to delay any longer. It's doing its thing. It's got a body control fault there, which probably is going to be related to the airbag, I'd have thought. So we've got the report back. We've got 3 for body control unit, 1 for a driver's door, 1 for instrument panel, power steering module, and restraint module. There we go. Second row left safety belt sensor. Oh, okay, so it could be on the back seat. I've upset it rather than the front seat. Steering control module. Pull drift compensation limit exceeded. No idea what that means. Received invalid data from restraints control module, so that's the same fault as we got with that other bit there. Mirror turn indicator. I will double check that. Count 1. Front wiper motor, right turn indicator, stop lamp. 3. They've got to be historical because it's just been down, had its MOT, so we'll double check those things. Right, it's clear, and see what we end up with afterwards. Well, it's given me a clear report now, so let's turn the car on and see what the car has to say for itself. Yeah, a gear. Blow my foot on the clutch a minute, I think. Yes, the lights have gone out. Just wait a second, because sometimes airbag lights pop on again later on. Woo! Well, that was nice. That saved me a trip down the garage. I'd have been in, well, I mean, for most garages to plug in, do a diagnosis and clear the code, you're going to be looking, what, 35 to 50 quid? So, and also means I can ring the guy and let him know the car is good to go. So, topped on, not only saving my high jumping cars with jump packs, but also with the diagnostics machines. As always, I'll put a link in the description down below. I'll put a couple of links to a couple of different topped on machines. You don't need one quite as high end as this to clear codes like that. There's some other lower price ones that will do exactly the same job. Yes, this is the Top Scan OBD2 dongle that you can get, that you put the software on your phone and just use the dongle. This will actually also reset airbag lights and do a lot of the features that the bigger machines will as well, but obviously the price point is lower. So I'll put a link in the video description down below. You've seen me use this on, if you follow the channel, on lots of cars. So I will put a link for this down below as well, and I'll sort a cheeky discount code as well. Make sure that's down there. The white Qashqai's gone out, and this is the car I took in part exchange. It's a 2010 Megane iMusic with the 1.6 petrol engine in it. I'm not going to retail this. It's Royston's probably going to be in the comments kicking me for not doing so, but it's got a big dent down there that needs sorting out. It's got a dent and damage to the rear bumper there. It's sticking out. The alloys need refurbing. They're all flaking, so they need spraying. So you've got a lot of time in this as well. It's hanging inside. It's got a burn hole in the seat there. Stinks of dog. The back seats are absolutely covered in hair. Properly covered in hair. The steering doesn't feel that great to me. It feels like it might need some suspension. It has got history for a cam belt, which is a positive. Mileage is 107,000 miles. I think I just got better things to spend my time on. I gave £500 for this. So comment down below if you think that was overly generous. 107,000 miles on a 2010. It's got MOT coming up, I think fairly soon as well. I did have good margin in the Qashqai. I think probably, my gut feeling is this is probably, sounds harsh, but £300 maybe. If you were going to retail it, you'd need to get it in for £300 maybe to make money out of it, and then it's still just a lot of work. So yeah, this is one that I'm just going to trade straight out. So another car in. We've got a Peugeot TP. It's called a TP, isn't it? This one, it's not the tidiest in the world. It's pretty dirty inside. All the seats are really actually quite dirty. That driver's seat and Yeah, that looks like you catch something, to be perfectly honest. We need to get in and give it a really good wet clean. All the seats need a good wet clean, all the carpet needs to be cleaned out. Bodywork isn't too bad. It's okay down this side. Got a scratch there, but I don't think that's in anything other than the lacquer. I think we can get that out, or certainly make it really unnoticeable. We've got a little crack in the bumper there, but I don't think that's really worth doing too much about, to be honest. That needs some paint there on that corner. You can see might have a door seal gone somewhere as well, because you get a bit of condensation on the glass. Oh my goodness, look at that footwell. That is unbelievable. 73,000 miles. It's got the nice 1.6 diesel in it, which is a nice engine, isn't it? I like the 1.6 diesel, it goes well. I've never had one of these in before. I believe they're popular because they just give you lots of flexibility in terms of seating. I think they're quite popular as micro campers as well, aren't they? We've got the back of a seat off there. That looks like it just clips in now. Looks like it's missing a couple of screws down the bottom there. Obviously had some kind of cover in the boot, because it's not too bad other than that. Missing a parcel shelf. Don't imagine they're particularly cheap. I haven't looked yet. Yeah, this is one that just needs an almighty clean and a little bit of paint, but I think it should be fairly popular because it's a nice colour for it. It's got the alloys. Yeah, it should be all right. Famous last words. Should be all right. But yeah, if you sell these at all, if you're a dealer and you sell these, let me know. Are they popular? Do they go well? Right, I've got the Rio back from the Moors boys, and I'm pleased to say, this is the one we got at auction at BCA, that it was just the clock spring that needed doing. Just the clock spring needed doing. So we've got all the functionality back on the steering wheel. As you know, I drove this, so you might know if you don't watch the channel regularly, I drove this for 2 hours home, and it drove really nicely. I didn't find any problems with the drive at all. The boys have had a look over it down there, they're happy with it. So with the clock spring done, it's got a really long MOT on it already, so I don't see the point in doing a new MOT. It's just going to be a case of valet and put it up for sale. It means I'll be able to be keen on the pricing, and this should be bang on my kind of market, shouldn't it? 1.2 Kia Ceed. It's got a chain driven engine, which is just a really nice tough engine. I don't, again, touch wood, have problems with them. So yeah, we'll get this one cleaned and valeted and up for sale. Valeting at the moment is it's a bit of a mission. It is absolutely freezing up here. It won't stop raining. It's freezing cold. Yes, I have got backup in. I have got backup in, but obviously Craig's so booked up, he can only do one day every couple of weeks, so I'm having to do most of it myself. Oh, we've got a little Hyundai i10 as well. I forgot to say, what would Chops Garage be without the Hyundai i10 in stock? Now, this is a really strange one, in as much this is another subscriber buy, by the way. So again, appreciate everyone who's getting in touch. If you go to my website, cgcarsales.co.uk, there is now, when you go on the home page, you can click and you put your car details in there without having to email me or call me. You can just put it in online and I get straight back to you with a price on it. So I've put that as an added little feature, although I'm happy for you to email me or call me as well if you like, but you might just find it a bit easier doing that, especially out of hours. What's slightly strange about this one is it's got the 1 litre, the later 3-cylinder 1 litre in, which I've not had one in this shape with that in there. It's normally the 1.2 4-cylinder, and it's got stop start, which is not functional on this because someone's put a aftermarket battery on it, which isn't up to the job. But yeah, nice. Like I say, I haven't had the 3-cylinder 1 litre before, so I imagine insurance is even cheaper than the 1.2s, I guess. The engine note is obviously quite different to the 1.2. I've taken it out. It still goes along really well. You've got to keep it on a boil, but it drives really nicely. It's quite a clean little car. It's got a few bits and bobs. Could do with some new wheel trims, or the wheel trims sourcing out. That's obviously been stuck on at some point, but not the end of the world. Yeah, I think a bit of a clean and a buff, it should be all right. I'm not sure about the stripes. I think I might get the stripes off. Or are they painted on? No, they're stuck on. I might get the stripes off when I do the machine polish, because that could be a bit of a deal breaker for some people. They might not want the stripes on it at all. Inside's in good nick as well. The driver's seat's got a bit of sag to it, the fabric has, which I've seen before on i10s. Let's face it, they were budget cars, so the interiors weren't particularly, didn't particularly live that long. The mileage I think is about 73, I think if I remember correctly, 73,000 miles, and it's got a new MOT on it. It's just got a couple of minor advisories, one for a tyre which may well have been replaced. I'll just have to double check. I think it was a rear one that was getting low. Was it that one? Actually, yeah, it might be that one. So we might need to put a tyre on it. And I think the only other advisory was the rear brake pipes covered in grease on whatever else it is. So we'll get that checked out and see if it is just dirt or whether the rear pipes need replacing or not. And then we can get this little one up for sale. There's a little bit of paint to do on the front bumper there. Just there on the bumper. But that's an easy one for me to do myself. White's an easy one, shouldn't take too long. Yeah, it could be a nice little run around on it. Got to have an i10 in stock, haven't I? I feel a bit strange if I don't have one in stock. I'll put a link in the video description down below to that little form you can fill on my website now if you are considering selling your car. One car Craig's done for me today is the Civic Estate, and this is looking fantastic. Just grabbed it back from the Moors guys. They fitted the glow plug that had the warning light on the dashboard and put a new advisory free MOT on it, and the paint has come out looking lovely after Craig's given it a clean. Another subscriber buy, so massive thanks for that. It's a really good looking car, this. The alloys are all in fantastic condition. The paintwork is really good all the way around. It had a lot of protective things like on the edges of the doors and stuff, some protective trims which have kept everything looking really nice. It's a smart looking estate, this. Inside has come up super clean as well. So I don't imagine this won't be a hard one to sell with the 1.6 diesel in it. It's got the economy but plenty of punch still, and it's a good looking car, so hopefully this shouldn't do too badly for me. We'll hopefully get some dry weather to go out and photograph it soon. I'm just taking our little Vauxhall Adam for a spin around the block. It's been sitting for a little while. This is our raffle prize. Don't forget you can win this for just £2. 2016 Vauxhall Adam 1.4 petrol glam. It's a really nice spec little car. I say you can win this for just £2 in our raffle. When you enter the raffle, you are also supporting Little Willow's Wish, which is a charity that helps families that have children in hospital. Don't forget also there is an alternative prize of £1,000 cash plus about £1,000 worth of top-on equipment, jump packs, diagnostics machines, all that kind of thing. And what we'll do if you choose that prize instead is we'll then go on and sell the vehicle and give all the proceeds minus your £1,000 cash to the charity as well. So whether you want to just get yourself some cash and some top-on equipment, or when you get yourself a fantastic little run around, maybe someone's first car, either way you can get involved. The raffle is in the link in the video description down below. And don't forget to check out the bundle offers, which will be on the top right hand side, where you can get loads of free tickets if you buy a certain amount. So best of luck with that one. So that's the Jazz off. Really funny story with that. Lad came down with his dad to buy the Jazz for himself as his first car. They're on the phone to, I think, the father-in-law, and he goes, "Hi, I know that car. I watch the channel. I watch Chop's Garage." So they didn't know that before they came down here. So that's brilliant. Yeah, that'll be a cracking little first car for him. That's it for this one. Thanks for watching. We bought lots of new stocks. There'll be some more videos coming out soon, and I've got another trip to the auctions coming out. So as I said, as always, massive thanks for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.